Name that movie. Am I dating myself on that one? Perhaps. Perhaps. Maybe not. I don't know. What's everyone up to? Happy Monday. Shifting. Getting shifty. Is this going to be right? Nope. Oh, it is. How about that? Turn the volume down. Happy Monday, everyone. What is happening? Happy beginning of the week. Carry a knife. Use it as a tool. Make some cuts. What's up, Mick? How's it going today, bud? What are you up to on this glorious Monday? I shift myself a little bit here. Boom, like that. Kathleen! Hello. So Kathleen doesn't like the orange, huh? Don't like that apricot. Actually this lighting, it makes it look kind of red almost. Almost. It does have, when it was called, whoever decided to call it apricot, spot on. When you look at it, it totally looks apricot for sure. What's up, El Navajo? But yeah, Kathleen doesn't like the orange, so I guess I gotta, but you don't like this? Look at that orange, it's gorgeous. That's everybody's got their loves, that's fine. What's everyone got going on a Monday here? It was kind of slow at work. I took off a little bit early, got home, did a couple things, and I was like, oh, it's Monday. I forgot I go live right because I got home a little early. It kind of threw me for a loop, and I was like, what am I doing? I was like, oh yeah, it's Monday. Let's go live for a little bit. And here we are. Oh. Isn't as bad as real orange, but still not your favorite. So, note to self, send anything to Kathleen, not orange. Or all orange, everything orange. What's up, Marco? What's everyone think about this Sencut, though? I have not purchased a Sencut in a while. This Sencut chiral. This was all of 30, what is that? Oh. That, I think it was, there might have been a little discount on Amazon sale, but it was all like $35, 9CR18, obviously the G10 that I dyed. Titanium Justin says hi. Hi, Marco. Hi, Justin. Is he sitting with you and can't type, or? Yeah. But the design, it feels nice. That little choke up spot feels good. 9CR18 isn't a bad steal. His live just ended. Oh, I didn't even know he was live. I just got home, so he just finished the live. So he was live for a little bit here, 3 to 4 or something like that. I try to catch it when I can. I really like this, just the design, the overall feel of it. The jimps are kind of more subtle. They're a little bit wider apart, but they feel good on the thumb. Delaney. Wow. I'll be dipped. I was working on a couple files at work today because it was slow, Delaney, and I thought about you because I see your name and I see a couple of files associated with you. And I was like, wonder what he's up to. And then boom, what's going on in here? How you been, bud? Haven't seen you in a little while. Hope all is going well. Rolf Robertson, what is up? We're just talking about my Sencut that I just got and then immediately decided to dye it because I like the satin color on the liners and the blades, so I didn't want to do any acid etch or anything else, which is a lot of the dyes I'm going to be doing are going to be multi-stage. And so this one kind of jumped the line. And something about the design, it just feels good. That choke up spot feels nice. I got this good grip right there on it. Delaney been laying low for a while, taking it easy. That's great. That's great. I'm glad all is well for you. It's nice to be thought about. Definitely. No doubt. What are you up to, Rolf? So, yes, no, maybe so. Too budgety of a knife for you to carry. What do you got? What do we think about send cuts? I have a lot of send cuts. Actually, I've done quite a few, given quite a few away, but I mean, realistically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, oops, 9, 10, 11. Man, I might only have like a dozen send cuts in the building right now. Wow. They're okay. Again, they are a budget. They are a base model. That's why I'm curious what everyone thinks about it. Is it something that you would carry, or is it up? Nope, 9CR is a no-go for me. Dwayne Letterman. That was a fun one. I mean, this send cut right here, the Serene, boom. Look at that. Boom. Oh, I missed the thumb. I missed the thumb. That's a solid knife. Send cut right there. The Bront. Boosh. Send cut Bront. This one's a fun, slicey, thin one. It's got a fuller too. Flick out action. Very thin. This one goes back in the pocket. And I carry a lot. I carry something different every day. You all know this. So I haven't gotten to the send cuts in a while. I haven't purchased any send cuts in a while. I noticed there are a few new ones that I kind of want to check out. That one I had not seen, and it was 35 bucks. It was like, yep. I mean, 35 bucks. Why not? The Bront is a fun one. You got the wood handle on there. Not the greatest chunk of wood, kind of plain on this side. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but no character, no lines or anything, just really like boom. Then the other side does have a little line to it, a little bit of grain structure, but kind of a boring chunk of wood. Maybe I'll eventually get that CNC actually running. Working on a major project for a YouTube channel, says Rolf. Ooh, you make that sound. Working on a major, it's a major award. I'm excited to see your major project. Anybody have a Bront? Bront is a fun one. Little front flipper action on there. Ooh. Another send cut I love, the Crowley. I think it's the Crowley. That sounds right? My attempt at a yellow dye. Delaney has a Bront. Smooth action button lock. Flicks out easy. Just a fun, fidgety one. It's a major undertaking for sure. Blade seems a little bit loose. Give it a little off-camera cinch and pinch. Nothing to sneeze at. Titanium Justin, I heard that you were just live. I apparently just started right when you were finishing. How was the live? Was it exciting? Aren't they fun? It's a great time, right? Great stuff. What's up, Catadies? Sure. I did miss it. I got home. I decided to do a few things because I got off work a little early. I took off because it was slow and we were kind of caught up. And I was like, I'd go get some things done at home. And I started doing a couple things. And I was like, oh, it's Monday. I should jump on and go live for a little bit. And right about 4:05 or whatever, you know, what was it, 10 minutes ago? I was like, oh, let's go. And I just basically turned on, started up. Here we are. Here we are. What's up, Kai? Broken Australia. Can you send me a knife? I'll become a lifetime supporter. I don't even know what the shipping Australia type of situation is. What are the laws in Australia? I would imagine the knife laws in Australia, are they loose or are they, what's going on over there? Just started when you were finishing. Story of my life. What's up, Lanyard Man? I got a couple more things packed up I'm about to ship off to you, bud. Brian Dixon made it, still at work. How much longer you got to be at work till? Oh, this Crowley is nice. We're talking send cuts for a little bit here because I just picked up a send cut. But yeah, the Crowley. Kai says they're really tight. That doesn't make it easier, bud. Too many stabbings going on. I don't, call me, it's like I feel like this would be something that, if I was in Australia out there with the animals and stuff, I would want this, Dan Stan, you like that Cairo? Boom, here it is, right here in all its glory. You want to take it off my hands? I'm cheap. I didn't have to do much to it. It is a really nice knife, though. Bro, I like the little forward cant it has on it. Just a little bit of an angle forward, and the point, the tip is like right in there. It's crazy how sometimes you just find something and it just fits. Thank you for subscribing, Nathan. I have not modded the Pyrite Light yet, Landinius. I have not yet. It's on the list. But something about a design, just it tickles your fancy, you know what I mean? And this one, even for a $40 knife, or less, it's nice. I had to Google the Australia knife laws, and that's what it said. What did it say, Mick? It said no good? I missed what you said. Ron Dobbins, what's up? I am doing well. Let's scroll back a sec. I don't see... I thought Australia would be a little bit more with cool carrying knives too, just because like if you are out of town, you're in the outback, The design is just nice. It just feels nice in the hand. It looks nice. What is my favorite knife, Ibrahim? It varies. But lately it's been pretty consistently this one right here. This is the Kaiser Mini Tauser K. 154 cm on the blade and a frag titanium handle that is just, it just feels, I have a very large hand. So it is a wider knife than like a normal knife. This is a little bit closer to kind of more of a standard EDC size. You see it's a little bit thicker. Because I have a big hand, that thicker handle, I appreciate that. It feels good. Got a nice grip. The jimps go way up, has a choke up spot that you can get in there for doing some tight work. These are the things I think about. The ease of opening and closing, taking it out, opening it simply, or flicking it out a couple multiple ways. That's what's up. You showing all pocket knives. Yes, Tracy, all the knives that I've got. Some of them are pocket knives and some of them are a little bit more. It depends. What are you interested in? What would you like to see? I missed it again. No, it's right there. Australia has some of the strictest knife laws in the world. It's illegal to carry a knife in public without a valid reason, and some knives are prohibited from being owned or carried. Well, wouldn't a valid reason be I might have to cut something? Maybe there's a snake coming at me. Maybe there's a box that I need to open, right? Kubikoius. Is that the one that is in limbo? Is that the name of the... I think that's the Kubi that I have in limbo it's like die project number 15 that is a loosey goose that has been apart and patiently saying nothing and just sitting on the table. Full tang, my friends. Yes. All fixed blades should. Except for I do have a fixed blade. These little Moras, these are not full tang, and they're actually pretty nice. But if you do want to get a full tang Mora, you get the Kansval or the Garberg. That one's a full tanger. Fun little outdoor camping knives. Italian switchblades, I only have one, Cameron, and it's a big boy. You're like, what is that? Well, let me show you. As long as my hand isn't in the way. Boom. Otto. Inox, Italy, stiletto switchblade. There you go. It's the only one I got. Show me one like that one, but a fixed blade? Like which one? Oh, kind of like that, but a fixed blade? I don't know if I have a beefy fixed blade like that. It's kind of a chunk of a fixed blade. The CRKT First Strike. Look at the thickness on that. That is a beast. That's a full tang right there with a wrap. These are like 18 years old. I don't know if you can still get this one right here. Another nice one would be the SOG Seal Pup. That's a great fixed blade. Full tang, SOG. I got this one in like 2000, probably 7. Artisan Cutlery Sea Snake. I do not have the Artisan Cutlery Sea Snake, but I do have some Artisan Cutlery right here. Basically starting there, going that way. This is my craziest Artisan Cutlery, the Proponent. That's an absolute hog of a knife. It's basically a 8-pound razor guillotine. Boosh. Feminine choice, masculine choice, all of the above right here. This one is the Hornet, Artisan Cutlery Hornet. This one has that little clip on it, so you got it in your pocket. I've got my other knife in the way. You go to open it, you can use your pocket to release it and open it. Do I have any Pooshire knife? I have a poop knife right there. Steel core, dishwasher safe. Gravity knives. Got a couple of those laying here. It's a Riot. What's this one is LMAX blade, double-edged. Got a little bit smaller one right here with the Zircotai inlay and the lock. That one has a lock too. This one's CPM 3V. Boom, boom, boom. Or if you want the XOU, the utility knife one. Blind Blue Fury, welcome to the gas station, my man. Thank you, I appreciate it. Automatics, Cameron. I got a Boker Kalashnikov right there. Boom. And another Boker automatic, a little out the front USB. Looks like a little USB stick. Ow. I'm not big into automatics. I have a few. I did show that little Italian stiletto as well. Cute little guy. It's just so small. Boom. Nice fire though. Overbuilt folders. Oosh. This is a new one from Molsec, the Jungle. Kind of a beast. I wouldn't say it's super overbuilt, but it's a hog. Overbuilt almost, I think sometimes it's like the super thick, super built, extra screws and stuff. I mean, you could say something like this where it's almost as big as my face. Could be considered overbuilt, I guess, but oh, I forgot this has a spring assist. All the crazy cheapos have spring assists, right? Beefy cleaver right there. The Civivi Mastodon, that's a fun one. What's up, Wyoming Adventures? How's it going? Philip. Like folding cleaver? Yeah, I did show this Artisan Cutlery Proponent. That's an absolute hog. This is overbuilt. I mean, look at how thick that is. That is gargantuan. Ugh. Absolute pig. Not too terribly overbuilt, but it's a beef. The beluga, petrified fish beluga. Got a nice drop to it, flicks out. Where? I put you back on the table over here. I did. Max Ace Goliath. SLD Magic Sandmine blade. Titanium bolster. Beef. I have not, Philip. Not heard of them. Do I have any karambits? Perhaps. Perhaps. This one I used to take out morel hunting all the time. This little Tucson. Kind of a fun, smaller one. No OTF curves. I do have this karambit that's double-edged though, serrated on that top edge, just a slicey, sharp little nasty one. Petrified fish bunta is dope. I have the bunta right there. Petrified fish bunta. Dan Stan likes that one. I also have the petrified fish Victor. Boom. The Victor's a fun one. I'm not a fan though if the hole is only, you can use it on my thumb on this side, but if you use your other hand then you can flick with it, but it doesn't go all the way through. Kind of a weird one. Thank you for subscribing, Keegan and Rachel. Petrified fish Victor. The only OTF I have is this one. That's the Boker USB. It's a nice small USB stick. I've been really getting into the rose crafts as well. Don't cut yourself, sir. I've done it. I did it once. Wait. All right, there it is. Rosecraft Clinch River Swayback. These are fun. Oops. Oh, almost caught myself. Gotta pay attention, right? Wouldn't that be something? Did you guys see the video? Melissa did an opening on her video and sliced her leg right open right during her live. Here's another Rosecraft. This karambit on top. This crazy thing. This is my demon slaying zombie killer. She got herself pretty good though. You know, sometimes you got to be careful. I had one when I was with Titanium Justin. I went run into the parking lot to grab what was it? I had some stickers because we met up, and I had the Civivi X1, and I had these shorts. I was wearing these shorts that had these loose lower pockets, and it was in a loose lower pocket. And what had happened is it opened like that in my pocket, and when I took a step, I nicked my leg. So it was in my pocket, and it kind of opened and managed to like poke itself, and it's because that tip is so. It's a nice little knife though. I did the dye on this, gave it that Joker look. Pretty fun, right? The only Swiss one I have is this one right here. This is your classic standard issue blade, can opener, bottle opener, screwdriver. I got the one that has the Phillips head on there. I always thought it was nice having that little Phillips head just in case. Phillips comes in more handy than you would imagine. Boom. Echo. 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 David, I picked up a trainer. I want to get into some butterfly stuff. So I did pick up this trainer. I'm doing some work on it. I'm practicing. I'm working on some simple techniques and trying to build up my abilities to not drop it. I bought a nicer trainer though, so it's pretty strong. No play, no movement, no tap even after I just dropped it. This is a Squid Industries Mako V5. That upside down stuff. There we go. Boom. I need to do a little bit of work, but follow me on my journey. Maybe go live and do a few, watch some videos, try to learn some tricks as we go. Thank you for subscribing, Vinicius and B. What's up, B? Welcome aboard, B. Melissa got herself pretty good and handled it like a true professional. She's a champ. I don't care. I mean, nobody says anything bad that I've heard anyway, but I would say I don't care what anybody says. She is just a solid human being right there. She is tough. Yeah, it's the Mako V5. It was the newer one. I got a hold of them. I said I wanted to get one that I could kind of advance with, not get something really basic that I could maybe outgrow if I did learn pretty good. So there's weights in the bottom you can take out and swap out. It's got these little extra little trainer little bumps. This one, oof, it gets you because when you're doing something like this, you're supposed to be up high. And so if you're down low and you go like that, what happens is that little point hits you in the finger and you're like, ah! And it makes you go, oh, I should be higher up on there. Same thing with that one. That would show like if you're touching the sharp side. But I'm pretty happy with it so far. I haven't really practiced or learned very much yet. I'm very novice when it comes to that. But I look forward to kind of advancing myself along. It's fun. I love the Zenith Valley. I'll have to look into that. Zenith Valley. Do I have a sword? Well, we're close. We'll advance up through it. I've got my Jason Voorhees sword, the solid Jason Voorhees machete. I got the Dalstrong that I got to get back to Tommy, but we got to do a test with it. This is practically a sword. But we can get over here. Oh, almost. Almost. This is almost a sword. Right? Little handmade fun one. Had this, got this from some guy I used to work for back in the day. It's got a cool kind of a totem kind of figurines on it. And on the bottom. Looks cheap. It may not be priceless. This is not cheap. This is handmade. If you actually look, yeah, maybe you can't tell, but it's not quite perfect because it was actually hand done. If you look as we go down it, you can see the Hamon line on there. You can't get that line from just doing a press stamp. You actually have to fold and hammer out the steel to get that. I've had this for, I got this in 2002. It's got a nice wrap. Does have the Stingray underneath. You can take it apart. I have not ever cut anything with it, although we did, somebody touched it. I don't know if you can see it. Right in that area there. They touched it and I didn't notice that they touched it, and then they put it away and we were hanging out and, you know, partying or whatever, and Then I opened it like a week later, and instantly it was like, oh, because you know that's the thing with those real, you can't, you get oils and stuff from your fingers on there and it can start to corrode it. Can I do tricks with a karambit? No. The last time I started spinning, I can't remember if I was spinning. I don't think it was this one, because this one's too, you can see the edge on that one. You could tell the edge on that one. I don't need to be stupid with that. I'm pretty sure it was this one here. This is not sharp on the second side. It's only sharp on that inside. But I was doing something and I spun it and it came around and just barely grazed my thumb. And I'm an idiot. And I shouldn't be doing anything with a karambit unless it is a trainer that is not sharp, because I will cut myself. I don't know how to do any tricks. The only way to do tricks is to practice and learn, and the only way to learn is to try, and you're gonna fail. If you could do it first try every time, it wouldn't really be a trick. It would be just a common skill that is simple. And yeah. No cuts today. Doing tricks with knives and blades is not a good idea. I have juggling knives over there, and I do know how to juggle. I don't have space to do that right here, but we can do a live where I'm in an area where I have more space. I can't do it in my living room. Basically, the ceiling is too low. I could open up some space, and we'd have the space this way. But in order to juggle them, I'll show you one of them. They're not small, right? But in order to juggle one of these, it would be a really tight in here, because you're spinning and flipping. And when I do that, I need about this much height right here, and one of them is going to hit the ceiling, guaranteed. And I don't need to be throwing blades and having them hit the ceiling, cut the ceiling. Yeah. But there's places where we can go and we can do, if anybody wants to see me, these are actual juggling knives made for juggling. Handles obviously oversized for that grip and that balance so that it does what it's supposed to do in the juggling world. I actually have some videos. If you go on the channel, go on my main channel, and then type juggling, you can see some shorts and some videos. Gonzo need a video of that ASAP. Gonzo, go to the channel. Go into the search and type juggle. And I have at least a video, the unboxing video that I did of those. I juggle in that video. And I have a couple of shorts that I juggled as well. And there's one of them where I'm outside. And then there's one of them where I'm in the other room that has a taller area. Show me your best knife and I'll sub. That's such a subjective thing. What's my best? Is my best my most expensive? Is my best my biggest? Is the best my coolest looking? Someone could say, oh, well, this one's the best because it has 4 blades. Why wouldn't you have one that has 4 blades? But someone else would say, oh, no, that's a gas station knife. Get something like this. It's got a blade as big as your face. Me, personally, the most expensive knife on the table is this Riot XO smaller. This has got a lock on it. Doesn't open. It has Zircotai inlays. This is pushing $500 right here. This isn't mine. This is on loan from Mikey Trails. But this is probably the most expensive knife on the table. My favorite? No. This one's pretty far up there. This is a DLC coated M390 Kaiser Hawk with a black titanium micro milled handle. Boosh. That'll run you $210. This thing is gorgeous. Action is fantastic. Sound is beautiful. Flicks out easy enough. Really nice feel. Just a drop shut. What's up, Blade Walker? Good to see you, bud. Henry G as well. Cole. Lasso Kid. What do you think? If you like fixed blades, how about a buck 119? Solid looking USA made handle, thicker than a Snicker. Buck 119. Look at that thing. Straight out of a horror movie, right? Big fan from Alaska, says Dezo. Welcome from Alaska. Devo Tallboy. This knife went out of stock when it went on sale. 30 minutes or less, they were all sold. So this could probably be one of the more popular ones. Got any fixed blades with a finger ring on it? No, I don't. I mean, like a karambit? Because like a karambit's a fixed blade. It's got a ring. Did you join Forge with Fire before? No, I've watched that show. I've met a couple people that were on the show. Nice people. This is one of my newer acquisitions. Boom. Kaiser Momo. That is an absolute beast of a blade right there. Drop, shut, front flip, easy. Do I have a Rambo knife? Yes, I do. Dakota, I'm not necessarily selling anything. I have a channel, I talk about knives, I customize knives. I do sell custom knives, but I don't have a storefront that I per se just sell them out of. But I just finished a custom, for example, like so I pick up a knife. Here's the Send Cut. Sorry. Now I forgot what it's called. Kyler. I just got that. It was jade. I dyed the handle orange. And then if someone's like, oh, I really enjoyed that dye, I like that knife, will you sell it to me? And then I sell it to them. So it works like that. I do laser marks. This was a green handle, accipiter, and I did that white feather wing laser mark on there. So if someone was interested in that. Am I customizing that mic? I am customizing a knife for Mikey Trails. The one I'm doing for him, this one's actually mine. But he sent me Dogfish, the Kaiser Dogfish. And the scales have that interesting spiral drop pattern on it. So we will be doing something, try to make the laser mark work with that those ridges, because it's going to affect it, because going in and out of the ridges, it's going to be kind of interesting. But we are doing something for that. He's just kind of in line behind a few others that I'm getting done first. But yeah, that's the one we're doing for Mikey Trails. These other ones, he just sent me to check them out. What about Kydex sheaths? I never actually done a Kydex sheath. Who was doing the Kydex? Was that Justin, or was it? It might have been Mad Yako was trying it. I remember someone was talking about they were trying them. I know Aries has done some with Kydex, but I haven't really messed with it. What do I EDC the most, Cole? It varies because I'm always getting new knives. And so, like, where did I set that one now? Basically, I get a new knife, and that will be my carry for that day. And then I do a, you know, so that'll be my carry. And then the next day, I'm going to feature this one, so I'll be carrying that one for a day. So generally, my knives, I might not carry this one again for another month or longer or less, depending. Where did I set that orange one I just did? Am I losing my mind? Got so many right in front of me here. I think I set it in between something somewhere. But now I'm trying to find that one that I just did. Oh, it's right here. See, it's like right on the table. Boom. So I just did that one. Someone will probably buy that. A couple people have already kind of showed interest. But I don't make things to sell specifically. I make them because I'm an artist, and I found a medium of artistic expression, I guess, that is fun for me. Check this guy. Swing Guard Rough Rider. Oof. Tell me that's not cool. I didn't customize that, but it's just rad. It was just close by. I like the red on the inside there. If I do ever get that CNC going, I'll be making some custom scales. So there's that. Where is my... I was going to show you some of the shipwrecks I've done. This is a copper handled Towser K that I did a shipwreck for, which means I took the copper and put it in a container with salt and ammonia, and you let it naturally deteriorate, basically, and create patina. There's another one that I did. So the blue is like from salt, and the ammonia makes the flashy kind of splashes of color. Henry says, hit that like button. Yeah, I appreciate it. 137 people in here. We got 31 thumbs up. If you're having a nice Monday afternoon with us, go ahead and pop that thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. I love doing the shipwrecks. I got a couple more on the way that I'll be doing soon. It's just a really fun, random. You never know exactly how it's going to turn out. Here's another one that I did. Got some nice blues and stuff on there on this little carving knife. And then where's the other one? The little cinder. Ow. Oh, jeez. Boom. Look at that one. So it like all the salt kind of dropped down in the cracks and just filled in the cracks with the blue. I think that turned out really fun. Gorgeous, cool videos. That's cool. You will never know I'm here for you. Do I sell? I do sell the customization stuff. So things that I customize, like these with the shipwreck, I'll sell those. Generally, when I have most of the knives on the table, like my Kaiser Hawk, you know, this isn't really for sale. I'm a collector, so I buy knives. It's for collections. But sometimes I do customizations on them. So like if I do that laser mark like I did on this accipiter, and then someone's like, oh, I really like that. Can I buy that from you? Then since I did a custom on it, I will sell it, because then I basically just take that money, buy another one, or buy something similar and do another custom. This one here, I did the dye on. It was brown, and I put the blue dye on it and then weathered it. Kind of aged it like an old pair of jeans, so it looks like it's kind of a little bit of both colors. Then I did an acid etch on that blade. I just started getting into the acid etching recently. I'm having fun with that. I want to get into doing some more patterns and things. This is one that I did, just a little false hamon. So the blade was like the tip there. That's not really a sharpened edge. This is just to look like a false secondary hamon. But the acid etching is fun because you can put a resist on areas and then have it not coat the other areas. So that's kind of a neat finish. I just did one of my 7K giveaways for Waylon. He won this Artisan Cutlery Arroyo and wanted a fade dye. So we did this yellow to red fade. And then we acid etched, or I acid etched the blade. The blade for this one used to look like this. So you can see the before and after. It was real shiny, and then we did that acid etch, and it gives it that real nice matte kind of gray black look. Definitely some fun stuff. Here's another one that I did a fade dye on. Kind of hard to see the fade, but if I show you here, you can see how light purple it is. And as I bring it up like this, watch it just get darker and darker and darker. We get up to there and it's near like dark purple, and we drop it back down to there, and you can see how light it gets on that end. Definitely kind of a fun one on this Artisan Cutlery. What is this? Andromeda. Kind of a jokered out look with the green thumb stud. So it's those knives, the knives that I do the customs on. They would be for sale if people are interested in it. But most of these that aren't customized, kind of for my own personal collection. Did a fade dye on this one here. That's another yellow to red. This is the Concept Mini. This is the Mini Helix. This beast right here is a Mini Helix. This is the regular Helix. Look at that thing. Look at that beast. The big helix is a button lock versus this one's a liner lock. I didn't do anything to this one. This is just straight up how it came. And this one I did that fade dye on. Blade Walker. By the way, I got the Giant Mouse Ace Breaker. And now the Concept Sibin. How are you liking them? Had a chance to have them for a little while and enjoying it? I only handled one knife from Giant Mouse. I can't remember what kind it was. It was nice though. Thank you for subscribing, Marcus and Eric. How many in my collection? Blind Blue, I don't know, pushing 300. It's got to be close to 3 at this point. I have sold a few lately, but I've also been getting more. I should do a count. I've been meaning to do a full collection overview, inventory / video on it. Haven't gotten to it yet, but I really need to hammer down and start doing that. My smallest knife, Lasso Kid. This was my smallest knife right here. This Italian stiletto that is an auto. Inox from Italy. Nice little keychain. This was my smallest knife, but now my smallest knife fits behind it. This is now my smallest. I am going to be doing a shipwreck. This is brass. It's just a tiny little 440 stainless and brass little slip joint that I picked up. Yeah, look at this beast. But I intend to do a shipwreck with that. I'd probably put 1 dot of salt on there and call it a day and let it go. That should be fun. Sharpest knife has varied. I would say it might still be the Sheriff. Look at this edge. That mirror edge on there is for real. Now watch. It's going to like, oh, that's not sharp at all. Little curve. Yeah. The Sheriff. This was made by a guy. His last name is Sheriff. And he is a local Minnesota maker. So this is kind of a one-off. He was, I saw him at a Midwest Knife Makers Guild show. And a lot of the knives he had were bigger, more longer handled fixed blades. And this was just the only one on the table that looked like this. Nice little micarta handle. Full tang, piece of 154 cm. Then he put this cool little short, it's just this tiny little weird long-handled small blade knife. I love it. It's great. And he just put this razor edge on there. Just a screaming edge. I have cut 1,000 pieces of paper with that thing and barely touched it up. No PM2s, but I did just get this Spyderco Dolica right here. It glows in the dark. This is actually a little kit. So this is from Spyderco. If you look, you can see it's got the whole pattern and everything cut out on there. It has the lock. It does function. It does work. It locks out. It is solid. It is a Dolica. Here's the packaging that it was in. Sorry, it's reverse. YouTube doesn't know how to allow us to turn this around when we do verticals, so I'm kind of stuck. But the Dolica 4 knife kit, it's a plastic pop-out kit. Do a little cleaning up on those spots where you popped it out of there, and then you basically pressure fit it together. No tools required. Made by Spyderco. For, you know, it's kind of like a trainer to have, so for some kids to kind of learn about how knives work. I kind of want to customize it. Yeah, this is the only Spyderco that I have. I tell you. They're expensive. There aren't too many that really draw me in. It has never been my style. I know people I know it's backwards, bro. Just in time. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. It used to not be backwards, and then YouTube decided to do this, and I got in it. I emailed a message with them, send stuff back and forth. And unless I use my other camera on the other side, see, the thing is you want it on this side, because then when I go like this, I want to show you, I can go in like this and I can line it up perfectly. Now, if I turn it around and use my camera on the other side, I don't have an image to look at. So now I'm kind of doing this and I can't tell if I'm in front of it or not. And I can't read the chat. So basically I'm forced to do it this way, which then forces it to be backwards, because all I need to do is make a thing so we can switch it, because I can switch it. I can go on my phone and switch it, but when you do a live like this, they don't give you an option. If I use my other camera, it'll switch it. It's dumb. Never had a chance to hold a Spyderco. They're nice. And as I was saying, when people pick up a Spyderco and they own Spyderco, they tend to own several. They own a lot of them. Kathleen loves her Spyderco Dragonfly Salt. Take it on the kayak every day. How was the kayak yesterday? It's a little cold here. I used the snowblower yesterday. The Manix 2 is starting to speak to me. Yeah, I like a Manix 2. I've thought about getting that one. There are way too many knives and better looking knives, so I haven't got the Spyderco. I'm kind of the same way. It's just, the design doesn't shoot me. It doesn't hit me the same that some others do. So I haven't got on board with it yet. Now this right here, boom. Premium Pony Stout from Devo. Now that hits me in spots. This is great. That little spot right there, this little bump right there for my index finger, getting on there. Choke up spot, got my whole grip on there. Got a titanium handle. This thing is sick. Probably one of my favorites that I got last year. That hollow grind on there. Come on. That's awesome. But everybody's got personal tastes. There are a lot of people that don't like the Hawk. I love the Hawk. I think it looks cool. Some people aren't a fan of the hole. It's got a kind of a wing shape to it. Or not as much of a fan that it's got the hole. Some people don't like the speed holes. I like the micro milling in between there. And then the backside does have that little radial frag. I don't mind this. I think it looks cool. Just in time, got the Devo Stout V2 Lefty Dark Matter Glow. Love it so much. Want more Devos? Yeah, that. And I got the Tall Boy in the dark mode. I'm really happy with the Tall Boy too. I would carry both of these a lot more if I wasn't swapping out and carrying different knives all the time. But this is sick. Yeah, Justin, the Hawk is cool. I love it. You're enjoying commenting more? Your keyboard actually works? Oh, not being able to type or having a crap keyboard, that sucks. My mouse was doing that. And was that last week for my live? My buttons that I kind of set up on my little secondary buttons were all being weird on me. The white Spyderco is made out of some type of plastic. Let's see if it says. It's glow in the dark. It doesn't really say, it's plastic. Glow in the dark plastic. Did I get the Huntsman? No. But I like the way the Huntsman looks. What was it? I was like, you couldn't swap the clip to the other side and something about that. I didn't like the way it sat. It's cool though. I like my knife to have something flashy, unique, gimmick sort of. Sure. Get yourself a Flytanium arcade. Got that shark lock on the back that I screwed up. Like the nice Demco shark lock right on the back of there, fully ambidextrous. Boom. Got the little Ultim piece inside. Someone's talking about putting an LED light in one of their knives. And I was saying this might be one of the good ones to do it to. Because you got that Ultim in that lower section, so you could put it down in there and it would glow from within the Ultim. I don't know if I have anything representing Saudi Arabia. Where do you buy from? Depends on my customs. You can get a hold of me on my Instagram, but if it's something like one of my knives like this, it's not really for sale. This is just part of my collection. It would only be like the knives that I've customized, where I did like a dye job to it, like this one right here. If you were interested in this, you could get a hold of me on my Instagram. I'd sell you that one. Or another, here's another die right here. This Concept Warrior. I did that little red section. The Warrior is a fun knife. But I have a few projects that I dyed or laser marked or acid etched or something like that that I'd be willing to sell. Something like the Civivi X1. I did the purple on this right there. That one's available if someone's interested. When I try to find a knife to show, it's tough to find. Blade Walker says, please like the video. Do I have any Damascus steel? I have a little bit of Damascus. Not a ton. Most of it, I think, is Civivi. This is the Civivi Shredder. Civivi Shredder is sweet. So it's got a kind of a lower acid etch, so they don't really contrast as much. But it does have a nice look to it. Nice pattern. Flicks out really nice. This one also has like a G10 that has a inlay on the top of a carbon fiber, so it's got a little bit nicer handle to it. Good drop. Shredder. Another Civivi Damascus is the Bull Tusk. Bull Tusk with the Ultim. I keep getting, my phone keeps jumping a little bit here and there. Are you guys getting a jumpy feed, or has it been pretty smooth? Let me know in the comments. The Ultim is really nice on this. That pattern on the Damascus is cool. This one. It's a darker Damascus on this. This is the Civivi Appalachian Drifter. Definitely a darker, more spiral pattern on that Damascus. Deployment. This one's got a front flipper that I screwed up. Whoa. Wow, come on, give it to me. And you can flick it out. It's got a little carbon fiber bolster too. Feed is okay, thank you. Yeah, it just seems like on my phone every once in a while it kind of freezes and then jumps. I just try to provide the best I can. I know I have a couple more Damascus somewhere. Too spread out. I'm too vast across a wide array. Here's a little laser mark that I did on this Kershaw. I did that paisley pattern. It was just gray like that, and then the laser mark got a nice looking paisley print. Hello from Russia. So Mick, you're getting a little couple jumps too. I feel like I keep seeing these little jumps. Russia. The dagger knives. This is dagger knives. What's this? I can't remember. But yeah, Alex. Russian, right here. Dagger. Look at that cool pocket clip. I like how the screw is in the eye. It looks like one of the eyeballs on that skull. Kind of a fun one. Seems like when I make fast movements, it jumps. So if I go really slow, if I bump, think my autofocus making a jump. I've never noticed it before. I keep noticing something new. Who was on the, I do not have a sugar of. Who was on the other day when I was having troubles uploading shorts? And it wouldn't let me upload a short. And like hitting the next button, it wouldn't let me do it. That's when it's happening. It's like pissed off. But I had this hard time because it wasn't letting me upload shorts. I could only film a live short and then post that. But the way I'd been doing it, because I was doing daily pocket checks for like 500 some days, the same, and it wasn't letting me do it. And then all of a sudden, I sent them an email. They never sent anything back. Well, AI replied, but I don't. You can tell those AIs, you don't get anywhere. How long have I been on today? An hour ago. Or do you mean on overall? Today, an hour, overall, a year and a half, maybe a year and 3/4. Has to do with my camera because the video is not lagging. Maybe my phone's getting full and it's getting pissed. But I did get the shorts all of a sudden the next day, it just started working again. I didn't upload anything. I didn't change anything. I didn't adjust anything. It just all of a sudden the button started working again. So I don't know. They have glitches once in a while with some stuff that is kind of, now I'm frozen. Or is it because I'm not moving? I keep seeing this jump though. Jump. Jump. Yep, and I see it now jump on there. It's doing the exact same thing. We're looking a bit glitchy, folks. I don't know what to say. Let me try to adjust this quick. I don't know. It's not bad. It's not super terrible. We're adequate at best. We're looking adequate at best. Throttling. We're just a bit glitchy, just a bit frozen. It's normal, right? Showing fellow YouTubers some support. Right on, Blade Walker. Go check out Blade Walker if you haven't watched anything. He posts some fun content. Always entertaining. Comes from the heart. Where it should always be. Just don't move fast. But I got knives. Knives move fast. I've carried this as a secondary a few times now. The Rough Rider Aptas with the VG10. Anybody have any experience with VG10? Right now, it was sharp. There we go. We just had a folded up crap piece of paper. See, we're not going to get in that clean area. We're fine. But I don't have any long term with VG10 as far as how well. Oh, now I'm frozen. Did that work? I broke it. Can you hear me now? Look at that. And there's no delays. That delay thing. Ah. What's the one I was doing? This one here? Ah. It was just connectivity. It's not even skipping anymore. Boosh. Yeah, I don't know what it was. We had some type of weird poor connectivity. Incorrect connectivities. Inadequate connectivityness. What's up, Adventure 50? How are you today? And boom, just like that, we're already back to 100 people. What a good time. People like the vertical lives, you know. I don't even get my horizontal live that I do every week on Thursdays where we look stuff up, have some fun, get on the internet, do all these things. You don't get anywhere near the viewers. I get the consistent viewers. I get the subscribers, the members, the regulars, and we have a great time. We sit in there, we have a good time talking about stuff, looking up stuff, giving some advice, talking about things. And now this doesn't work. And it's good, but it's crazy how you do the vertical live and just instantly you just get tons of people. It's YouTube is pushing it. They push it. You can tell what YouTube likes to say, hey, we want you to be doing this, because they send it out to more people. Okay, we'll talk about some qualities of steels. Steel qualities. Everyone always asks me if I like D2. D2 is a good steel. It's a base steel, but it's a good steel. Dan Stan likes 14C28N. I like 14C. I think 14C sits right here. D2 right here. 14C, a little bit better. Holds good. But it's a solid blade steel. I like 14C. I like 154 CM quite a bit. I definitely am not as much of a snob, not to put that in a negative way, but as far as like steel requirements, I think even the budget steels have some quality to them. And someone will say, oh, longevity or this or that, but it depends on the thing. Is, you know, if you have a knife that you're going to beat on and really use, and you're comfortable spending $50 on it, and you get something with some 154 CM on it, you should be happy. That's a good steel. It holds an edge really well. It's not very difficult to sharpen, in my opinion. I don't have to do heavy sharpening that often. I'm usually more doing touch-ups and just honing that edge and fine-tuning it. If someone makes a million cuts and makes it super, super dull, they have more, oh, it takes so long to sharpen. It's like, well, maybe you need to adjust the amount of frequency that you maintain your blades, and then it won't take as much. As long as it doesn't shatter, it's a good steel. Plus companies, some companies do better heat treats than others. So sometimes you get a piece of D2 and it's absolute junk, but then that doesn't mean that you can't go get some D2 from another company and it's fantastic. So it just depends on how well the company, how much effort they put into it, how well they stand behind it, and is it tried and true? A lot of people used it and been happy with it. What's up, Northwoods Peachtree? How are you? Jason Jans, what's going on today? How many knives, Thomas? I don't know for sure. Close to 300. Probably close to 300. More often than not, Jordan, I sharpen with a little Work Sharp field sharpener because I don't have to do heavy sharpenings. I have a knife that's just, I've used it a bit. It's got a little bit of a, you know, it could use a little work. This thing here's got a 200 grit and a 600 grit. More often than not, I skip the 200, go straight to the 600, and you can just make a few passes on that 600, right? Couple nice controlled passes on that, and then move up to a ceramic stone, which is over 1,000. Give that a couple here like that, and then go on the back with that strop, boom, boom. And if you do that, just that little bit every week or every so often, that's all you need to really worry about. Now you're maintaining your edge. I only maybe cut a dozen things or so a day, so I don't make tons and tons of cuts. But if I go in there and just do that little bit every so often or once a week or whatever, which doesn't take any time. If I use just this knife exclusively for several weeks without doing that, then I might have to spend 10 minutes sharpening it. But if I just use it a few times a day, not terribly often, and then once a week go in and just give it a little hone like that, done. Solid. You don't have to really worry about it. Now, if you catch something and you put a big nick or something, a big old gouge or something in there, and now you have to reprofile that edge. Now, I mean, you could use this, but that little 200 grit, it's going to take you a little bit more work versus a larger stone or something like a TS Prof where you've got rods. Will make that easier work for you since you're going to be spending a significant amount more time. You could do it on this little 200 grit, but it would take more, and you have to be pretty. You'll probably get a little more sore from doing it. Yeah, like if you gouge it, like sometimes people will be prying or something or they're going like this and they catch like a staple or something like that, and it just is like, ugh. Can I see the little orange knife? This one here. This is the Concept Rio. Front flipper only. Boom. M390 on that blade right there. Tiny little 1-inch chunk of M390. You can't, I've tried, maybe, it's tough to do that finger roll over, and the flip out is just that front flipper only. You can't really get to that fuller. But tell me that isn't great. Old cold steels. The only old cold steel I have is this Colboon. I got this, I think, in about 2007. Do I ever do giveaways? Yes, I've been doing giveaways. I did them basically every 1,000 or so, at 1,000, at 2,000 subscribers, 3,000, 5,000. I just did one at 7,000 subscribers. I actually just hit 8,000 today. Thank you all so much for being part of that. I'm at 8,018 subscribers. I am kind of saving up, trying to get some stuff put away for the next giveaway. Been growing a little faster recently, which is great. I'm much appreciated. I want to try to put together something really good, definitely by 10K. I know I have Blade Show Texas coming up at the beginning of March, and I'm trying to ramp up and get some stuff for that. I got to pick up a new computer, but I will be doing another giveaway pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Congrats on 8K. Thank you so much. Thank you for being part of it. I appreciate you all. If you are having a good time and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and sub. Hit that like button if you're having a good time. If you feel like supporting the channel at all, you can become a member for a couple bucks a month. You can also go into my video descriptions. I have some affiliate links. You can make a purchase. All you got to do is like go to that Kaiser affiliate link and then buy something, and then I get like a 10% cut from Kaiser, which is cool. Aye, AK, that's what's up. Giddy up with the AK. We're doing it. It's been fun. I'm really enjoying with the channel. Just having a blast. It's great. I love knives. Kaiser's been one of the ones that's been working with me. They've sent me a few knives over the last year, which is very cool. Do them for reviews. I've done some giveaways. I've given away probably 4 or 5 Kaisers. Thanks to Ken Fix has donated several Kaisers for giveaways. Kaiser did give me a Milita like this one here. I gave that one away for my 7K subscriber giveaway. And then I also gave away some customs. So one of the ones, like Waylon was one of the winners. Waylon won this artisan cutlery, and then he got to decide what he wanted customized to it. So he wanted the blade acid etched, And then he wanted a yellow fade dye. So we did that. So I'll be shipping this out to Waylon soon. Got a couple others from that giveaway that I got to finish and do for some people. I saw you do a huge giveaway at 10K. That sounds like you're thinking what I'm kind of thinking. Do a huge giveaway at 10K. Mick says he'll even send something in. 10 knives, 10K. We can have the homies send some stuff in. I'll have some stuff, some all types of things. That's basically my plan, Mick. That's my plan. I'd like to be doing it by the end of next month. I bet you by the end of March we should be there. I'm putting out a big statement there. I don't know. Don't jinx it. Numbers have been going well. I've been having some fun when I do the vertical lives. I always gain some extra subscribers. Some of them don't stick, but some of them do. I've met a lot of good new subscribers in here that have then got a hold of me. A couple of them have bought a few knives, and then I start seeing them in the other lives and on the videos commenting and stuff. So it's definitely reaching out to a good crowd. There's a lot of people out there. I mean, if MC's got 700,000 subscribers and Melissa's got 1 million, you know, I could easily get 10,000 of them. I would hope. I'm just thankful to be here. This isn't my goal. You know, I have a great job. I love my job. This is just a hobby that I love doing. And once I started kind of doing a few customizations, I made a video. I fell down this rabbit hole of enjoyment. And then we start doing these lives. This is super fun. I got all these knives we get to play with and talk about. Oof. Prado, big old beastly Prado. Remember, this one was a prototype. Olatans. The only Olatans I have is this 47. I think this is the GO 47 or whatever. I did the acid etch on there to make that false Simone for it. I actually really like this knife. Nice little front flip out. I like the Tonto on there. I think I do want to get some more Olatans, though. Stan. Whatever you want to do, Mick. If you want to send something to Jimmy to send to me, if you just want to send something to me, I can do something to it, too. Dude, I'm thankful and appreciative of whatever you would like to do. You know, it's not necessary, but if you want to, that's great. I'm into it. Whatever you want. I love a knife's hinderer or strider. Am I running a storefront? No, not per se yet, but I do all the customs that I do. Any custom video, you watch any of my videos on the channel, you see me do a customization, chances are it's for sale or it's already been sold, or it could be like this Kaiser, I might have to keep this one because it turned out so good. And I love the Towser K and I love shipwrecks. So this might just be one that I keep. But I say that all the time too. I was like, I finished another one and I want to keep it. I did do this custom on this microjet. I did the titanium anodizing with the two-tone, kind of the bronze and the blue two-tone. This one is not for sale. I bought this one for me. This isn't a knife that's really available to purchase. He sold out of them. And this is a keeper for me. And so I'll definitely be using this and enjoying it. So I can't sell that one, even though I did customize it. My favorite EDC, Gerald, is this one here, 154 cm, fried titanium, Kaiser Mini Towser K. Flicks out like a dream. Great choke up, excellent jimps, larger knife, good for cutting, excellent tip, very sharp. Everything about this knife, awesome stuff. I don't have Spyderco's, Luke. I like Spyderco's, but they don't really strike me enough to be spending $200 or $300 on one that I haven't enjoyed yet. I do have this little lockback. This is a actual Spyderco Dolica trainer kit. You see the actual logo and stuff on there. Picked this one up recently because I thought it was a little fun. 10K giveaway will be fun. We'll win some awesome custom stuff for sure, Mick. I'm all into it. I appreciate it. Message me. Mick, are you on Instagram? KDK in 4K. go check me out, and you can message me there. We can talk some more. The only ballast song I have is this one right here. Ooh. This is the Mako V5 from Squid Industries. I suck. I am a novice. I will be learning more. That was terrible. But I need to practice. Mick, KDK in 4K. KDKIN 4K. Boom. I do need to practice. I want to learn some more stuff. How much does that EDC run? This one here is what I'm assuming you're asking. I think this was like 110, 120. Thomas, that was my only butterfly, that one right there. Squid Industries. It's not an actual blade, it's a trainer. Because if I had an actual blade, I'd probably cut myself. You could take that plastic one, I guess, on a plane. It's not sharp. I congratulate you on still having fingers. They're all there, bud. Knives Fast is here, everyone. Who's going to be going to the Knives Fast channel later tonight? He's going to be going live in, what, about an hour? Is it? I think he goes live in about an hour and 15 minutes. Or is it in 15 minutes from now? I think it's more like an hour from now. But he is the designer of this absolute gorgeous knife right here. Tempest Knives Microjet. Definitely one of my favorites. Yeah, an hour and 15. That's what I thought it was. I will definitely be done by then. I don't know how much longer I got in me now. I'm getting kind of hungry. But yeah, the Microjet, he knocked it out of the park. He did a great job on this. I've told you several times. It's one of my favorites from last year for sure. Just a great opener. Didn't skimp on the jimps. There was the right amount of jimps for me. Feels good in my hand. I just love it. It's close to me here. I've secondaried it a few times recently. It is anodized titanium. I got this one from them. It was all just standard base, kind of little titanium like this, where all the hardware is titanium, but it was just that silver color. And then I did the ano myself with the two-tone. So all those parts, the screws, all can be anodized. The back spacer, the clip, the pivots, all titanium. Awesome stuff. Go eat, please. We can't have you die from starvation. I ate recently. I ate lunch at 12:30. Oh, I did eat that donut, too. There were some donuts. Right there, baby. Dude, if you... Heat ano? No, Mick. I have access to really nice anodizing equipment. I work at a metal finishing company, so we do blasting and anodizing and type 2 and laser marking and stuff like that. So I have access to some real nice anodizing equipment. I can do all the colors on this spectrum right here. I won't die, but I might float away. It's all good, Mick. Made homemade burritos tonight. Ooh, homemade burrito sounds good. Somebody at work went to Chipotle today. I haven't been to Chipotle in a while. They're good. You know, they're not great, but they're good. I wish I was up in St. Cloud. That's where my parents live. That's where I grew up, went to high school and stuff. St. Cloud, there's a place called Bravo Burrito. You've probably seen me wear the t-shirt a few times. But Bravo Burrito is excellent. Their burritos are more like, kind of shaped like this can, where you take a bite, and then you set the burrito on the table like that. And then you pick it up, and you peel off some more foil, and you take a bite, and you set it down. But the thing with them versus Chipotle, they put the thing out, and then they just pile it on there and just wrap it up. So there was going to be a huge chunk of rice and a huge chunk of this, and it's blah. It's not mixed well. At Bravo, they take that tortilla like this, and then they put the beans all the way on it like a pizza. And then they put the rice all the way on it like a pizza, like a big round pizza. Then the meat and the cheese and all the toppings so that it looks like a pizza. Then they roll it up. Oh, tell you what, that little step, that one extra step. Does that burrito have spray paint inside? It's got clear coat. I like a nice clear coat inside my burrito, you know? It helps it slide down easier. Ugh. But by doing that, it's boom. It's like now each bite has all those flavors. Can I see the big knife on the bookshelf behind you? Which, there's a few. I've got this one. I've got this one. Here's your Rambo. Boom. Here is my Rough Rider Crown Stag Bowie. I've got my Jason machete, because you got to have a Jason machete. Why wouldn't I have a Jason machete? I have another machete. I got this kukri machete right here. Boom. This is a cold steel. And then maybe you're asking about this one. The Dalstrong kitchen knife. Look at that handle. That is a kitchen knife handle for all your kitchen cutting, rib cutting, quarter cow cutting needs. I don't know. I don't know. It's a beast. What a chopper that would make. Dude, that is literally a kitchen knife. Like, that is specifically made for butchers that are probably cutting up a larger steak than I could cut. We should cut a watermelon? That's what we should cut with, like a watermelon or a pumpkin or something. Okay. I like your idea. I'm going to prepare an entire dinner. All right, get out the onions and just throw it up and catch it on the knife, and then, all right, peppers and the steak. All right, I'm going to have to give a special shout out to the Knives Fast channel if I do that. Give him a little credit for his idea. Oh, here we go, the hibachi show. Yep. I think we should do it. I gotta remember that. Mental note. Boom. Oh, it's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna make me want to use more than one knife, but I honestly think you're right. But then maybe I could make a series out of it. Dinner with this knife. And then the next time we'll do dinner with only this knife. You know? And then the next time we'll do dinner, you know, and I'll just pick some of the weirdest ones. How about with this one? This is a limited right here. Check that bad boy out. Tell me who's jealous of this. Butter Knives Fast number 175. Ching. Ooh. That is a unique, well, that means there's at least 174 of them out there now. Casey, how many are you on now? What Butter Knives Fast are you on now? Like 200? That thing's butter. It's butter. It's like a big stick of butter. The one right on the top shelf. This one? Didn't we already look at this one? Is this what you want to see? This ridiculous wood-handled. I don't know how they can make something like this for so cheap and still they get that print on there. Dan Stan, you want a KC butter knife? Limited. Thomas, is this the one you're talking about? This beast? This bad boy? Okay, what? I don't even know what to make of that one. I do have these. I just recommend actually buy some. Get some nice swivel bearing nunchucks and you'll be good. Just get a couple of these. New tariff on all imported steels. Well, we'll see how that goes, Kathleen. I wonder if it'll change much. I bet you most people aren't going to care. Like, oh, you want $25 more? Fine. Give it to me. Yeah. What do we do? What do we do? Unfortunately, any taxes or anything that go on it, if we're into this hobby, we're basically stuck. You know, and if they stop that, the company in the U.S. shuts down, that kind of limits our available resources as well. It'll be an interesting future. I'm sure the knife world will be fine. I'm sure we'll be able to continue. Too late for Crucible, yeah. I would imagine it'll change, but I'm also, I don't know, I'm an optimist at the same time, where I feel like we're still going to be able to buy knives, and maybe some of them are going to be a little more. Maybe our Kaisers are going to start getting a little bit more expensive, but I'm still going to want to buy them. I'm still going to want to buy them. So don't tell anyone to make them too expensive, because I'll still be interested. Do I have any knives with wolves on them? You mean like a Jack Wolf? I don't. You mean like a knife that might have a wolf on it? I'm close. Jack Wolf? No, I don't have any Jack Wolf. But I do have this sick gas station gold beauty, and it has a lab on there. Now, lab is kind of related to wolves in a way, right? You still don't have a Kaiser? Painful. Thank you for subscribing, Saran and Alex. Much appreciated. Welcome. A lot of fun stuff going on here. If you're interested in watching and learning about doing some customizations, you are definitely in the right place. And I break them down, make it as easy as possible. I'm not by any means a master myself. I just like doing stuff and taking people along for the ride. So Dan Stan, you don't have a Kaiser. Holy God, I don't even know where to start with you right now. Towser K. Towser is probably one of my favorite Kaisers. The Momo and the Mini Momo is a fantastic knife. I guarantee you a Milita. You would love a Milita. Antique knives, not too many. I mean, what do you call an antique knife? This is a Buck 110 2-dot. That's the USA Buck 110 2-dot. That means this was between 1974 and 1979. So this is about 50 years old. That would be antique, right? And look at how mint it is. I bought this off of someone on eBay. Literally, that blade is immaculate. I also picked up I got a little case. This is a case medium Stockman. This is from 1993. So this one's like 30 years old. You can see on that, the little stamp on there, you can look up the stamps for case and buck, and it'll tell you what year they're from. But this is from 93. So that's got some age to it. What do I have in a Wharncliffe? It's tough to say. Like, there's that fine line between Wharncliffe and sheep's foot. Is that a Wharncliffe or a sheep's foot? Devo Premium Pony Stout. Is that a sheep's foot? Kaiser Hawk. Here we got this QSP Penguin. QSP Swordfish. Sencut Watauga. Well, that's what I meant, is like, because some people will say, oh, it's a Wharncliffe, the sheep's foot, and then some will say, well, that's a Wharncliffe, and that's a sheep's foot. And so there's variances. I think some people will say more, like, that's a Wharncliffe, right? And then when it has a little bit more of a bump to it, that's more of like a sheep's foot. But ultimately, are they all kind of, who are the blade police in here? It's kind of a subjective answer. Sheep's foot. What's my favorite shape for a user? I generally like that. I prefer what we're looking at right now. I like how I can get up on here. I have control over where that tip is versus something like this. I love the Urban Bowie, but where this tip is, it's way up there. So this is more of a belly for like skinning or slicing or something like that. But getting that point in, you're kind of more reaching up like into here versus on those little Wharncliffes like I was showing, like this one here, that point is like right, you're putting it right where you want it to be. If that makes sense. So I'm definitely more of that Wharncliffe sheep's foot kind of a blade. I still love the way these look though, like this Phemius. That just has an appeal to me. I love it. It's fantastic. Not as much because it's got a little bit of the belly, so that poke is a little bit more, but for skinning or doing cuts where you're doing a long draw kind of a cut, that works really nice too. Oh, look at how nice this drops. I love it. But I generally like a beefy knife, something like this. Just something that's solid. I can get in there and make some cuts, feel good about it. Kubi Titus is one of my faves for sure. The Ultim. Nice drop, flips out good. Flicks out easy. You can drop it to your thumb and then just whoosh. I love the Titius. I need to carry the Titius more too. It's just such a good feeling knife. Doesn't slide out of the cut for sure. And it just feels like it's that control. Like when I'm cutting a lot of boxes, I have this cold steel tough light. But man, I get a hold of this and that point and just get in there and just push through boxes like crazy. Most carried. Probably my drop bear. My Kaiser drop bear. It becomes a secondary or my main often. It just opens easy. It's one of my users. I have some that I kind of just keep nice or I don't really use them as much, or if I carry that, then I'll carry a secondary that I use more. But the Kaiser drop bear, it just feels good in the hand. It's a nice size. It's a controlled size. It's easy to open. Just get out of your pocket, open it, make a cut, put it away, and you can open it several different ways enjoyably just about every time. It's got a lot of jumps on the end. Makes me happy. Most expensive that I purchased myself would probably be around a $200 knife like the Devo Tallboy, or I didn't buy, actually Kaiser sent me this, but this is the Hawk DLC coated M390 in titanium. This is about $210. I have one on loan from Mikey Trails. This is a Riot gravity knife with Zircotai inlay. This is like $480. This is pushing $500 right here. So this is definitely the most expensive one on the table. Not mine, but I actually have it in my possession. I could hold it hostage. This one here is Elmax, another Riot, double-edged, boom. Also Mikey Trails. The two of those really add the price up on the table fast. Benchmade, Jacob, the only Benchmade I own. That's true, right? Yeah. Is the tagged out axis lock flick out. It's like the bug out, only on steroids. It's more of the bug out's older brother, Hunter. Also has that really light scale material that I'm not a fan of. I wish this was a titanium handle. I'd be happier about it. I like the design of it, but I think for what you get, Benchmade overcharges. They're a little overpriced for what you're actually getting out of it. It's a Microtech MSI, Microtech standard issue, beast of a knife. It's the only Microtech I own. What's a fun one? Demco AD 20.5. I really enjoy the Demco. I wish I could get the premium AD 10, or what is it? The original. It's beefy. It looks like this, only it's larger. And you get the titanium handle one, and it's probably around $600. That would be my favorite if I could get one. Just sold my Chris Reef knife. Really excited to get. Carried it for a year. Closed twice on you while using it, but you were holding it in a weird grip. That's kind of creepy. I've had a few times. What was it? My frack. I'll try to do it. Now I won't be able to do it. But when as a lefty, I've had once or twice where I opened it, and the second I opened it, my finger was like, see, now I can't redo it because I've gotten kind of used to it or whatever. But there was one time I was kind of pushing on the button, and I opened it, and it did that. So I didn't cut myself, but it was like, oh my God, what just happened? And I realized I was kind of leaning on the button. As a lefty, the button's kind of close to where your finger is. CGRB Frac is another sweet one. This is S90V and Frag Titanium. What is the cramped on my top shelf? What do you mean cramped? What's up, B Shady? Michael Upchurch, how you doing? Kevin, what is the cramped on your top shelf? What do you mean cramped? Oh, karambit? Is that what you probably mean? This thing? I like just because I put it there, everyone sees it and they're drawn to it, or it's silliness. This is just, well, you know, I'm in an apocalypse and I need a demon killing, zombie crushing machine. Carbon? I don't have any. I've never heard of carbon. I'll have to look at that. The ultimate defense. Over the finger. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to cut myself on that thing. Just rather carry the folding hatchet, right? Why not folding hatchet? See that half stop? Come on. Brr, brr. Leafy, did you see my Delica? My Delica? There she is. That's my Delica. What's up, Neil? My Delica kit. Gravity knives are cool. Riot. CPM 3V on this one, and the bigger one is Vanix. Or is it Elmax? Elmax. Cut test with the Delica. Doesn't work. the legend Ken Onion designed them. Chris Reeves quality. Screenshot that. All right, I'm gonna look that up, Jacob. None. I have this Bowie knife, Crown Stag. Boom. I want more Bowie knives. I love this. And Joe, I'm a big fan of frag scales too. Frag is awesome. It just feels so nice. The one I noticed that I wasn't as big a fan of, although I do really enjoy it, but there's pros and cons. The feel in the hand of this Civivi. So this is G10 frag, which feels great. The grip is awesome. In your hand, it's awesome. But when you go to put that in your pocket, that frag grabs your pocket and is just gnarly. It just wants to just tear your pocket up. I had another one. Here it is. The Mini October from Kaiser. It also has that G10 frag. I actually took the clip off of here. But, dude, that frag will just tear into your pocket. Case knives, I got one in my pocket right here. I have a newer medium Stockman right there. Actually just got this one recently, so it's pretty much mint condition, barely used. There's that little sheep's foot on that medium Stockman. I have a small Stockman from 1993. Slightly different shape on the sheep's foot on that one. But this one, you can look up Case Knives. You can, I know it's backwards, but you can look up those logos on their website and see what year it is. But this one is from 93. One of my Christmas presents to myself was the Case Muskrat. The Muskrat is dope because it's got the same blade on both sides. Why not? Are you a seller or is this my collection? Forrest, this is my collection. I sell customizations, like I did this little laser mark on here. So stuff like that is for sale. Or here's a CGRB agave. This was all silver. I did a white laser mark of an agave plant over the top. So when I do customizations, I will sell those. But generally, I just am a collector and an artist who likes to customize stuff and then mostly keep it. So I don't really have a storefront, but I do sell. So if you see something that I customize, you can leave me a message. I get to you and perhaps sell it to you if you're interested. What kind of blade is on my daily carry? I'm always getting new knives, so I'm always carrying different. So like today, I just finished the dye job on this Suncut Kyler. I can't remember what it was. 9CR18 MOV. I did that nice apricot dye to it. So today I carry this in this pocket here. And then my secondary was the medium Stockman from the case. And then my third pocket, I had this Case Executive. I've been trying to come up with a cool laser mark pattern I'm going to put on there. So I've been carrying it every day, just kind of looking at it. My battery is low. Hold on one second. I need to make an adjustment here. Plug this in real quick or we might die. Out of power. Boo-hoo-doo, 15%. I mostly don't have to do a lot of sharpening. I'm doing more touch-ups because I carry so many different knives. I don't make tons of cuts all the time. I usually use this Worksharp Pro or Worksharp field sharpener. Really, because I keep showing this, but I use knives not to, only 10 cuts maybe a day or so. But then once a week or maybe every few days, I'll go in and go on a 600 grit side and just give it a few passes. Right? Nice controlled line. And then a few times on the ceramic. And then once or twice backwards across that strop. And then by doing that every few days or once a week, you're maintaining your edge. So instead of having to sharpen it a lot, you're just honing it giving it just a little bit of a touch up, and now we're good to go for another few days or a week. And I cut at work every day, but I usually only maybe make 10 cuts, tape, paper, plastic wrap, things like that. So I don't use them like crazy, so I don't have to sharpen all the time. And if you hone them and just touch them up on a regular basis, you don't have to really worry about it as much. What's up, Brian? How you doing? Do I have any customized multi-tools? No, I have a few multi-tools. I'm not really into them as much, so I don't really have any customized ones. Other big knife on the top shelf. On right here, we've got this one that I wanted at a carnival back in the day. Solid Pakistan, that was rusted out. We cleaned all the rust off of there. It's still got some pit marks on it. We got the 2 buck 110s over here. Here's my other buck 110. This is also a 2 dot, so this is another one from 74 to 79. I got a CRKT dive knife that I never used, that I picked up a long time ago. Never got to go diving. It's double-edged, serrated on one side, and then it has a pry tip. It's not sharp on the tip, but you can use that for getting into like an oyster or something, popping it open, and then having a quick snack out on the ocean. Max Ace Goliath. Hawkbills. I don't really have too many hawkbills. I have an old timer. That's probably my only actual hawkbill. The classic old timer. What would be some companies, Swedish companies? Do I have any Swedish companies? Thank you for subscribing, Andres and Anna's. Oh, the very top. We have the Rough Rider Crown Stag Bowie. We have the Flissa Rambo knife. Favorite drop point. We have the Jason machete. Got to have a Friday the 13th machete. Everybody agree that's a drop point? This is my favorite drop point. The Kaiser Drop Bear. I use this one the most. This is kind of my most daily kind of carry that I will carry on a within every couple of weeks versus some that I'd only be like once a month. But yeah, Kaiser Drop Bear for sure. Mora is Swedish. I have 3 Moras. I knew I had some Swedish. I have a Mora Basic right here. And then the slightly upgrade from the Basic is the 5.1 or something like that. Blade is just a little bit wider. Handle's a little bit grippier, stickier. And then I have the Cans Ball, which is a full tang Mora. Definitely a bigger, beefier blade. Itchy nose. Bixby on top of my tablet. What does that mean? I love Kaisers, dude. Kaisers, all these across this top back row are all my Kaisers. I've got everything. Jesus Christ. Everything from the this mini Paragon. They call this the mini Paragon. Because why wouldn't they? I got a sheepdog. Boom. I got dueling kobolds. Got to have some dual wielding ones. The G10 Kaiser Brat, an integral G10. So it's a one-piece integral handle. The Brat. If I were to design my perfect Towser, what would it be? It would literally be this, exactly this. The White Mountain Knives Towser K, The only thing is it's this 154 cm frag titanium. I would get rid, I love their clutch lock. I think it's great. But I would get rid of the clutch lock on this one right here. And I would put on the liner lock like the normal Towser K has. So we'll take the normal Towser K like this. And then give it, basically all I would say then would be, take the normal Towser K, because it also has 154 cm. And then just put the frag titanium handle on there and call it a day. And that would be it. DLC Kaiser Hawk. DLC Kaiser Hawk. I love this knife. It's fast jumping up to be right next to my Towser. But yeah, the Towser, I like that you can drop it down to your thumb like that as a lefty and then just whoosh, swing it shut. Boom, boom. But yeah, get this one just like this, but then put this frag titanium on the handle. And that would probably be, that would be my favorite knife. That would be my favorite knife. You could maybe even consider, I don't need the button, but the Mini Grouper has the button actuated liner lock, which is awesome. So you can see on the back, when you hit the button, you can see that liner lock shift over. So this is the strength of a liner lock, but the action of a button lock. Ooh. The Mini Grouper. Had one of these, gave it away. Meredith, MPG won that one. That's a good knife. Kaiser Lieb. Lieb is another great workhorse button. I've carried this one a bunch and used it quite a bit. Another 154. Huge handle, so it's got a good grip. And then look at the jimps. Send the jimps way out. Give me a nice sheep's footy kind of a blade. Oh, I could cut stuff with this knife all day long. All day. I tell you, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Beg lighter. No, I don't. One of the few, Brian. There are not many Kaisers that I don't have. Unfortunately, the beg lighter is one of them. I'm definitely becoming a Momo lover. I knew I was going to. But I now have 3 Momos. I have the black one. I have the 14C28N micarta one. And I have the S35VN Holiday Special with the titanium bolster. Momo is great, Brian. And if you don't like big knives, get the Mini. Because look at the Mini. I have large hands. The Mini, I still have a full grip, full 4-finger grip, full length on that blade. This is basically a full-size knife as a Mini. And then you switch to the the regular one. Boosh. It's just an absolute hog. I do the choke up on this. Look at that. I get 2 more, dang near 3 more fingers on that handle. What's up, TKE? Is driving and lurking. Just saying, hey, what's up, TKE? If you folks don't follow his channel, go check him out. Sunday or Saturday mornings live, 9:30 a.m. Does some vertical lives here and there. Lots of good content. The Knight's Edge. Loving the Momos, but yeah, the regular Momo is a beast. It makes the Mini just feel like perfect. I love a larger knife, but something about this, you grab this, it's right where it needs to be. It's just got a good size to it. How much room on the Mini? How much room for what? If I choke up on it, on the Mini, there's still almost another finger to grab. Isn't that crazy? I can spread out my grip on the Mini and you can still tap the end of the handle. This thing is not small. I mean, let's get a ruler here. The handle is 4 1/4. all day. The blade is 3 3/8. So overall, we're at almost 7 3/4 on the mini. But that handle, 4 1/4 on a mini, that's not a mini. It's a not so mini. You can get them, Michael, you can get different ones. The original one is 154. They're making new ones in several different ones. This is S35VN right here. And then this one is 14C28N. I prefer 154CM myself, but they have different versions. So you can get, this was the Amazon exclusive. I like the design and the look of this. I don't mind 14C. So I figured, you know what? I want that knife. You get that knife. You want that knife? You get that knife. You want to buy that? Buy it. Pay all your bills. Make sure everything's good. Take care of yourself. Then buy that knife. So I'm going to test them out. Cheapest knife in my collection. Oh, the Ruko was $10. This is an amazing $10 right here. Look at this. Whoops. Boom. Drops shut. Flips out. Thumbs out. Flicks out. Ruko, $10. This is like the Ozark Trail Grail. They made it orange to be the same. Speaking of the Ozark Grail Trail, $10. Patty. You can get this at Walmart for $10. And you can get this one at Walmart for $7. Except for I did the acid etch two-tone on the blade, and I did the laser mark with the snowflakes on the handle to a $7 knife. So I polished this turd up really nice. Benchmade Osborne. I got a mini Osborne. Whoops. Mini Osborne for the mini knife shootout. Most expensive knife. My personal owned most expensive knife is around $200, $210. Got the Kaiser Hawk. I got a Flytanium Arcade. These are about $210. I got a Devo Tallboy. This was also $200. On loan right now, I've got this Riot with the Zircotai inlay. This is pushing $500 right here. Whoops, goes that way. This is on loan from Mikey Trails. I do not have any $500 knives. Arcade's the best knife? Arcade. This Flytanium guy thinks this Arcade is the best one. What do we think here? How's it going, Flytanium? Thanks for joining us here. I picked this one up recently. It was a little stiff right out the box. I had a couple little issues on the opening, but it has broken in. It broke in very nicely. It works great. That shark lock is nice. I noticed a few times I was kind of holding it here, and so the shark lock was coming down and kind of touching my finger and then kind of preventing it from opening. So it was more me the way I was holding it. But yeah, Flytanium is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Check them out. You can do a lot of cool customizations with this. I don't know how much I really want to do. I'm pretty happy with the one I got. I might get some different inserts for some fun. There is a back spacer that they make that fills in the entire back section. I think I'll probably pick that one up for sure. But I am definitely enjoying it. I have a Demco, so I knew I liked the lock, and I got it right here, right next to my Civivi Vision FG with the super lock. With the shark lock, it's great. I mean, I'm a lefty, so as a lefty. Flytanium says we're actually doing a dope arcade giveaway right now. How do we enter? Do we go to your website, or is it on your Instagram, or tell us about it? Well, I will send people that way. You heard there was a restock on the beefs? I don't know anything about it. I know Justin said he just ordered a beef. The green karambit in the back. Everybody wants to see this one, huh? Tell you what. Get yourself a zombie killer. It'll be popular. The worst knife in my collection? What's the worst? You know? I mean, it's so subjectively difficult to determine what the worst knife is. Where's that Gerber turd? The Gerber turd, I polished this turd. It doesn't really... You swing it out hard. Beef just got restocked. Yep, my buddy Justin just ordered one. So on Flytanium, you go and subscribe. Check them out. They're doing a giveaway. The most dull knife is this Spyderco Dolica. No edge. Definitely the dullest knife in the bunch. Is that the Sudolo? I don't know. I don't know. Poop knife. Yeah, the poop knife isn't sharp either. Poop knife? Ew. Ew. Gross. Get a haircut. Dude, I'm farming, hey. If you're over 40 and you don't have any gray hair and your hairline is not receding, it's almost your duty to farm out some hair. That's what's up. I got many friends that can't grow the hair. They got a little bit of receding. You know, I mean, if I can get the lush locks growing. I dyed it for Halloween 2 Halloweens ago. So I've got a couple of years of growth out there. Got going back to the normal brown, or should I dye it blonde again? The luscious locks. I'm doing all right. I do have this whole line down here that I've reserved for like the gas station variety, which are all cheap. My favorite EDC steel is 154 CM. I like it. It's kind of on the mid-range. It's not too expensive. It sharpens well. It holds an edge well. It looks nice. It doesn't rust super easy. This is the Valhalla gas station knife. We're going through some gas station Junkos right here. Tac Force bomb knife. If you know it's a gas station knife, you know it's a gas station knife when you have that assisted opening, or if it has an oily dragon on it, like that. You got an oily dragon on there. Jokered out purple or green streak. Or if it has a whole seascape painting on it, you know that's a high quality knife right there. The mermaid. I mean, look, they got yellow tangs and raccoon butterflies and dolphins on there. You know that's a win. You know that's a win. Where are my other gas station knives? I have more. How could you have more weird gas station knives? Because I like them. I don't know why. Because I like them. Look at this one. It's like a hatchet, but it's a blade. And it's a gas station knife because assisted opening. Boom. Tell me that's not wicked. It's ridiculous. I love it. We've got the Zelda. An automatic with a side deploy and micarta scales. As far as the micarta, do you like automatics? Is it something you're going to carry, or you just want to enjoy it and just open it and have fun with it? Because if you just want to get one, open it, and have fun with it, I would consider a Bolker Kalashnikov. This isn't micarta, but boom. That is a side-firing auto. It fires out with authority. Brez says get the Kershaw launch, and he's probably right. Check out the Kershaw launch. automatic for a carry. This Boker Kalashnikov, these are only like 50 bucks, 60 bucks. Are any of these made out of good steel or a bunch of 400 series stainless? Most of the 400 stainless is down there in the slip joints and the old Rough Riders and stuff. A lot of this is more kind of the budget to mid-range, upper mid-range. There is a lot of 154 CM. There's a lot of 14C. We've got a lot of 9CR 18 MOVs. We got D2s, S35VNs. Is probably a Nitro V on quite a few of the Civivis. A bunch of AR RPM 9 for the CJRBs. I got some name brands like Kershaw and Boker. I have some Kershaws. I have a Kershaw Heist. This is the Heist in D2 with the crossbar. And then I have the Kershaw Iridium. This was a Blade Show Knife of the Year like a couple of years ago. That Iridium right there. What was the other one that you said? Boker. Don't have too many Bokers. I also have this Boker reality-based blade. Look at how gnarly that thing is. That thing is ridiculous. QSP, Romette, Cold Steel, CRKTs, Petrified Fish, Kershaws, Sencuts, Rough Riders. These are all concepts. These are all Kubis, Civivis, Migaron, Artisan Cutlery, CJRB, Demco, Cold Steel, Benchmade, Microtech, NAFs. Everything back there is Kaiser and stuff all over the place. Flightanium says they're revamping the Zenith 2.0 coming soon. Chuck U. Farley. Yeah. Flightanium does make some great knives. I've got one right here. This is the Arcade. This is a fantastic knife. Great action on that back. Super lock. I mean shark lock. My bad. Shark lock. Fun stuff. Everyone needs a penguin. And if you get a copper or a brass one, you can send it to me and I can make the handle look crazy like this. I love doing shipwrecks. It's probably one of my favorite projects to do. Just adding the salt and the ammonia and the chemicals to it to give it that really interesting, crazy pattern. That patina, it's just fun. I love it. All right. I am going to get out of here. I got to get something to eat. Thanks to Flightanium for coming and hanging out. Always good to see you. If you ever want to talk some more about some stuff or put me in a pass-around group for some stuff, I'll definitely show off some of it. I'd be glad to. Thank you for subscribing, Arlie. I appreciate you all. More customs coming really soon. Lots of videos, lots of good times. Wait for a future collab with Flightanium. No, go check out Flightanium, though. They're doing a giveaway pretty soon. They got some great stuff. Thank you all. I've had a blast. I just hit 8,000 subscribers. More giveaways coming in the future. I'll be at Blade Show, Texas in March. Good to see you, Kathleen. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.